Hi guys, so this is Miss Chantelle again, and I am back with another video. Today we will be making spring rolls, which are again a really simple recipe that can be made a lot more complex, and the ones that we're making today are veggie spring rolls. And I kind of decided these because it's currently spring, so I thought this was really fitting. And I went ahead and chopped all of these veggies ahead of time. So today we're working with purple cabbage, cucumbers, carrots, and cilantro. These are all veggies that work really well in something like this, but you could also make like non-vegetarian ones where you could add like fish, or you could add meat if you wanted to. So I figure we can get started. This is kind of like a multi-step process. You basically need the spring roll wrapper, which I have here, and you need a plate of water. And the way this works is you have the spring roll wrapper, you dip it in water, and it starts off, let me just show you guys, it starts off really stiff. So it looks like this, and it's really stiff. But then once you soak it in the water, it looks translucent. And but you don't want to soak it for too long, because if you soak it for too long, then it'll be hard to work with after it's been soaked. So there's like a really fine line of how long you should soak it. I think it's about like 10 to 15 seconds, and you want water that isn't cold, so either room temperature or like slightly warm, so that the process goes pretty smoothly. So let us get started doing this. So we have our wrappers. I'm gonna place one in the water. And when you place it in the water, sometimes it wants to come above the surface, but you want to make sure that it stays underneath the surface. And a way to tell when it's done, you can kind of feel it. Like if you're kind of rubbing your hands on it, you'll feel that the pattern that was on it before kind of starts to go away, and it just becomes a lot smoother. And you want to really focus on the edge of the wrapper, because that's the part that's going to be prone to coming above the water. So I'm not sure how long it's been yet, but this doesn't feel ready to me. So I'm going to give it a few more seconds. Yeah, it's almost there, but it's not quite there yet. And if you're making a lot of these, you might have to add more water to your plate, because they're essentially soaking up some of the water that's already in the plate. And depending on how many you do, you will definitely need a lot more water. Okay, so this is feeling ready to me, so I'm gonna hold it up so you can kind of see. Alright, so this is what it looks like. It's a lot more pliable than it was before. And then you're gonna place it on your surface that you're working on. I'm working on one of my cutting boards today. And then you're gonna wanna layer up your veggies. So I like quite a bit of cucumber in mine. I'm gonna do a little layer of carrots, and then some red cabbage. Alright, this seems pretty good to me. And then I am going to take a few leaves of cilantro on top. Maybe one or two more. The cilantro just helps to really give it a flavor. And then what you're going to want to do is fold one side over, then fold the other side over, and you want to make sure that you're folding, you're kind of pulling it over, making it really taut, and then you want to lift the bottom side up and the top side up, and then you've got a little spring roll. So this one is a bit loose, so when I do the next one, I'm going to try to make sure that it's a little bit tighter, but it's actually pretty simple to make. So we've got one. We've got 3 spring rolls. I'm going to clean up make the sauce and then we can try these. Let's make the dipping sauce. This dipping sauce that we're using is going to be an equal amount of rice vinegar and soy sauce, so I'm going to add the soy sauce first. So I'm going to do about 1/3 of a cup. So 1/3 cup soy sauce. I'm going to pour in some sesame seeds. I'm going to add some chili garlic paste. And I should have gotten a spoon last time. Got a spoon here. Just going to add probably about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of that. Actually, let's add a teaspoon so it can be a bit spicy. And then I'm going to add some ginger. Again, about a teaspoon of ginger. And I'm going to add a splash of ponzu, just so it can have a bit of like a citrusy flavor. And then the final thing is I'm going to add some sunflower oil. I would usually add sesame oil, but I'm actually out of sesame oil, so I'm gonna see how sunflower oil does in this mix. Yeah, and again I would say about a teaspoon of that also. I'm gonna mix it all up. I'm gonna try it now and tweak it if need be. No, it tastes pretty good. Alright, that's the last step. So, maybe I'll grab the first one that I did that was, one of the least perfect ones. Move the spoon. So, yeah, the way to eat this is grab it and dip it. So I'm gonna try this one. Get a good amount of sauce on there.